Welcome back to Timothy's Journal, where we discuss challenging topics that new believers and Christians wrestle with, bringing value to your life so that you can become a stronger believer.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise.
I'm about to have a good day. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Timothy's Journal. We were listening to a bit of Forrest Frank here this morning. Why? Because he's a legend, and also I love his music. Talk about the song Good Day. Shout out to you, Forrest Frank. God bless you and all that you're doing. Keep bringing life through your music, spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Come on. Hey, today we're talking about the topic of how do you handle things that feel too big? How do you handle things that feel too big? So I want to paint a picture to you. Maybe you see a need and you're moved by compassion to do something. You see a hurting world and you want to change. You want to help make a difference. You want to make an impact on the world, the school that you're at, the business, your family, your next door neighbors, your city, your council, the America. But you get this great dream in your head. You get this great idea, this aspiration for life. But ultimately, then you're like, oh, but I'm too small. I don't have influence. I'm not able to make a difference. There's something that's big that you'd love to make a difference for, but you feel too small to make a difference. So let me tell you, today we are going to get inspired, moved by our compassion, and recognize that what we have is actually enough to make a difference. The principle that I want to leave you with is build little by little. That's how you make something. I don't actually really love this saying, but my mom says it all the time, and I love my mom. So it's easy to say this. My mom says, how was Rome built? Rome wasn't built in a day. It was brick by brick. And she always tells me that when I'm, charging after something, I get excited and motivated. I'm like, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to start something. I'm going to create a business. I'll make an art picture or something, solve a puzzle. And every time I think about those things, I'm like, yeah, let's go accomplish it, right? You get excited at the very beginning, but then towards the end, you're burnt out and you don't have that fuel and that fire anymore to keep on going. But honestly, the truth is that what we need is to continue little by little. And I love what a saying says. It says, commitment means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. Now, this phrase, this quote was sent to me by my uncle. And shout out to my Uncle Aaron. I love him so much. He is inspiration for my life about just entrepreneurship, faith, and Jesus, and holding strong and just commitment. Amazing man. And so he sent me this at a time where I was running after a lot of different things in life, excited to tackle on life. But what we want to do is we want to finish, right? We want to see that big dream that we have come and be accomplished. And so he gave that to me. And so the quote says, commitment means staying loyal to what you said you're going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. So 5 things stand out to me. Staying loyal after the mood has left you. So whatever goal, whatever dream, whatever aspiration that is in your heart that you're running after, my goal is for you to let the emotion, let that passion rise and surge to move you, to get you started in the right direction. Get that snowball effect rolling. But then let your commitment, let your integrity, let accountability, let those that are holding you and cheering you on around you hold you fast to the goal that you set out to do. Building little by little. I think about people that want to start off and do something great. And they know that something great doesn't happen just overnight. Otherwise, it could be taken down overnight. Something great lasts. Something great takes time to build. And so I want to encourage you that if you're not seeing fruit out of your efforts for whatever you're running after, whatever great big task you have, do not be discouraged. Keep on moving forward. I love small things because they have the potential to have a great impact. It would very much be the devil's goal to keep you stagnant, staying put, and on the sideline. The devil's goal would be to get you to feel the pain of a hurting world or a nation that needs help and funding and resources, or to get you inspired and charging after your dreams, but then for you to sit down and say, wait, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. It would be his goal to get you torn in between this place that you have this heart for people, you have this heart to do something, to start a business, be creative, but you're not able to pursue it because you feel you are under-resourced and undervalued or unable to even move forward. You don't even know how to start. Well, let me tell you this. The devil is a liar. You just kick his advice to the curb. He's like that bad coach that never played soccer but wants to be your coach. You just let him know, hey, how about you get a degree first and then we'll chat, all right? Well, guess what? The devil's never going to get a degree. So you just let him know. It ain't happening today. Secondly, let's take some advice from Jesus. When Jesus is on the mountain of God, he's talking to his disciples and he says, let us feed these people. Right? He says, hey, how about you find them something to eat? Because they had been listening to Jesus teach for a very long time, and the disciples like, we should send them home. They're going to get hungry and angry. That's a thing sometimes. And and Jesus says, you go find them something to eat. So they scour the crowd. They search high and low. They're asking people, like, hey, do you guys have any snacks, any fruit roll-ups, any apples, any bread? And they come back and they say, Jesus, we found some loaves of bread and we found some fish. But this is not enough to go across so many people. And it was about 5,000 men, not even including the women and children. So it was definitely beyond 5,000 people. And a bit of bread and a bit of fish, that is not going to cover the cost, all right? I mean, that's just not going to happen. I mean, I eat 4 loaves at least when I go to Texas Roadhouse. And that is a lot of bread right there. So anyway, long story short, Jesus says, hand them to me. Jesus takes them and he breaks the bread. He gives thanks to his Father, and he starts handing it out to his disciples, who fill up baskets and deliver it to everybody. And it says that they had so much food extra after that miracle, after the feeding of the 5,000, that there was leftovers for people to take home after everyone was fed from just that tiny bit of loaves and fish. And what I want to tell you is that what you have in your hands, you might think as limited, not able to make a difference, and too small to even start, or uneducated, undervalued, not having the resources, not having the connections. You might feel distant, looked over and away. But let me tell you this, you are not that. Those are lies from the enemy, and you can accomplish and see all of your efforts come to pass if you will give them and present them to the Lord. So my encouragement to you is let the Lord multiply what you have in your hands. Because in God's hands, what you have multiplies. Whatever finances you have, whatever skills you have, whatever connections and network, whatever situation, God can multiply it. So I want to encourage you today, whatever goals you have, do not give up on them. Watch God continue to give you the strength to sustain you, to continue to encourage you to not give up on your dreams, but hold fast to them. You are worth it. Don't give up on yourself alone. The last thing I would say is when you hear something that is, oh my goodness, my heart is burning. I want to go tackle after something great. I want to make a difference in the world. How do you handle something that seems so big? The last thing I'd say is pray. Deeply ground yourself in prayer. For me, this morning, I was reminded as I was walking that there was a conference I went to. And at this conference, a woman was speaking at a Turning Point USA conference, and she shared about how she had escaped and had this crazy journey over in Asia, and it was a very intense story, and my heart was breaking for her. And she said her family, they were still going through some challenges in that nation, and it was hard. It was very hard for her, and my heart broke. I'm like, oh my gosh, what can I do? Right? It's not like I can fly to that nation and begin to help her, and she doesn't even know me. This would be really weird, and frankly, I don't really have much to give her except for just my 2 hands. I'm not wealthy. I don't have the connections with the police or the government or anything. I don't know how to help. But I knew in my heart that she could be touched by God. I knew in my heart that God could do more things than I could in this moment. And so I just prayed. I said, God, I pray that you would be with this person, be with their family, And whatever they need, may your will be done. Would you encounter them today? And so ultimately, I know that sometimes you'll see a hurting nation. You'll see a need in your community. You'll have a dream in your heart, a business or a task or adventure that you want to set out to do. And whatever it is, when you ground it in faith, you're asking God to bless your efforts. You're asking God to multiply what you have in your hand. You're asking that the Lord would silence the lies of the enemy and give you the truth of God, the belt of truth. Because we want to build little by little by little, and by little, we will show up. We will have something to show for at the end of our efforts if we do not give up. The last thing I want to tell you is, even if after all of this, you might say, well, thanks, Bo, I appreciate it. But honestly, like, I'm looking around me and I don't have a lot with me. I really have nothing. I have this dream, but I don't have any clue on how to start. 2 things. Number 1, pick your eyes up and look around you. God will start to open your eyes to show you that you have everything that you need to at least take one step. Just take one step. That may be writing down your vision. That may be writing down your game plan. That might be calling a friend. It might be sending out that first text or email. It might be researching online. Whatever it is, just take one step. And then after that, then ask God, say, hey, show me the next step. Take the next one. And the second thing I would tell you is start talking about it. I want you to imagine somebody that has a great dream in their heart. They've been dreaming for something, they've been planning for something, and they never share it with somebody. They never feel like they have the resources or that kickstart, that exponential growth. Things are happening and moving. Well, they didn't tell anybody about it. I actually had this happen to me in my life. My freshman year of college, I got this exciting idea. I was like, dude, I'm going to start a podcast. And it's actually rather funny because I'm now podcasting right now. But when I think about that freshman year of college, I'm like, I'm going to start a podcast. I was like, okay, I have 0 podcasting equipment. I know nothing about recording. I know nothing about audio and mix tapes and all that good stuff that is just not my skill set. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm no social media guru, so how am I supposed to get the word out? And what am I even supposed to do on my podcast? All these questions surrounded me, but I knew I was like, I wanted to do something. I wanted to encourage my friends and family and do something crazy. And so I just started talking about it. I heard the Lord say to encourage me, he's like, just start talking about it, And I started telling a friend about it, and he's like, really? I'm like, that's amazing. He's like, I have podcasting equipment. I have cameras too, actually. I have top-notch of the line audio equipment that we could set up. And I'm like, that's amazing. I'm like, wait, but if you want to do video, like, where are we supposed to shoot? And he's like, let me call a friend. So then he calls a friend, and we get a full producing studio to be able to record in with 4K cameras, with top-notch mics that are, like, very expensive. And we were told not to break them. So I definitely made sure not to break it. And then I found a friend who recruited other friends to have guests come onto the podcast over and over again. We would record 3 to 4 episodes every session. And then I had a friend as well, and she said, oh my word, well, I love social media. And she was actually a social media influencer at the time, getting shipped cool products and then mentioning it on her feed. I was like, that's so cool. And she's like, let me help you. So she came and joined us and would start running my Instagram page. And all of this came together only because I just simply started talking about my dream. I think it's amazing that people can live their whole mindset thinking that no one wants to help others. And yet there's so many people out there that say, I long to help people. I don't know where I can help. And so my encouragement to you is whatever dream you have, talk about it. See those around you. All right, so just recapping here, how to handle things that seem too big. Number 1, build it little by little. Take one step at a time. If you throw a pebble in a pond, it will ripple and continue to move. The devil would love to keep you on the sidelines. He wants to keep you stagnant, staying put, unmotivated, seeing that your efforts will never lead to something. Those are lies. Because in God's hands, what we have gets multiplied. And I would encourage you, whatever you set out to do, let it be grounded in faith. Let it be grounded in God's hands. And see those around you. See those around you. See what you have in your hands and just take one step towards it and talk about it and get excited, because there is so much more for you than you could possibly understand or imagine. And what you have, what your idea, what your dream is, what your big idea, the world needs it. All right, guys. So let's let Forrest Frank take us home, and let's lead out with an amazing day. Take care, guys.
In every single way, the God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day.
Hey guys, thanks so much for listening to Timothy's podcast. I hope this episode blessed you today. It would mean so much if you would like and subscribe to help this podcast reach even more people. Also, comment down below in Spotify what topics of conversation you'd like us to tackle next. We'll see you guys next time.